We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Cleveland Indians. Indians baseball comes your way next. Jackson Goddard gets the call for Game 1 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matty V, we're getting a chance to watch a guy that's been struggling a little bit lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.40, so he's going to have to cut that down, limit the amount of base runners, limit the amount of walks if he wants to have some success in this one here today.
The designated hitter.
Striding forward now is the DH, Eddie James. The watch is fully in effect these days as he's potentially closing in on a historic triple crown. He leads all 3 categories. Pena is back to the track as he takes it for out number 2. Digging in the switch hitter, Eddie James, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
This is decided.
Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. Just missed a home run to the deepest part of the yard. It's off the wall.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on!
James takes the turn at third. He wants it all. And he's safe at the plate. And the deficit is cut to 4 now.
The fans are not happy, and I can't blame them. And inside the Parker on that hit, there's simply no excuse for that. And everyone in the ballpark knows it. We'll see if he can shake it off and get out of the top half of this inning.
Into the box now, Eddie James. He'll swing it from the left side right here. First delivery to him on the way. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Under it is Yelich, and there are 2 away now. Digging in to try it again, Eddie James. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Well, that wasn't exactly a nail-biter, but it's always nice when you can get an offensive explosion like that and save your closer for another day. A comfortable victory.
14-3 is the final score in this one. Cleveland put a 14 in the run column here today. Jackson Goddard earns his 8th victory of the season. Alec Hansen allowed 7 earned runs to cross the plate in the losing effort. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 29 minutes.
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Cleveland Indians. It's Indians baseball, and it comes your way next. Trevor Rogers, out of the state of New Mexico, gets the start on the mound. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
And And he will add yet another game to his incredible hitting streak as it now reaches even further into the stratosphere.
You know, D-Roll, I don't know if this thing's ever going to end. This guy's been raking now for almost 2 months, and he's swinging the bat just as good now as when this streak started to start it off with his first base hit.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's...
Meanwhile here, a stolen base attempt is not going to work. In now, Eddie James. He singled his last time up. Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up. Throw in time, and the side is retired.
Indians due to hit here in the third, and they are looking to get some momentum going with the bats. This is a group that has had trouble doing so all season long. One coach told me before the game, there are certainly plenty of areas for us to improve offensively, but first and foremost, we need to start by putting the ball in play more often. There's too much swing and miss in our game. And the stats do back that up, as they currently rank near the bottom of the league in strikeouts, so that appears to be an area of emphasis.
So stepping in, Eddie James. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Rolled slowly down the third baseline, but this is foul for the first strike. Swung on and hammered. No doubt about this one. Watch it fly onto the home run porch and gone. So a two-run homer down the line in left. So he just continues to club the baseball at an alarming rate. And the Diamondbacks have stretched their lead now to 4-0.
Well, D-Roll, you know, they say records are made to be broken. And what a monster year this guy's had.
Yeah, there it is, Dan. Most RBIs in one season. I can't begin to tell you as a former offensive player what that means.
Eddie James will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a two-run home run that really got his guys going.
Attaboy.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. To short. Reined in. And he is in there. And the run is in to score from third.
Boy, this guy's having a great game here so far, D-Roll. Home run earlier in the night, and that base hit right there drives in his third run batted in of this game.
Yeah, you drive to the park every day hoping your rhythm and timing is on point with that pitcher's windup. And that's exactly been the case today. He not only mixed in that big bomb, but now he's got 3 ribbies to boot.
The 1-1 home. He's running. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. For 3 runs. Next will be the designated hitter, Eddie James. He'll look to keep it going, 3 for 4 so far in the ballgame. And the indication from the dugout comes, it looks like they're going to put him on intentionally, so that'll set up the double play possibility with 1 away.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close, so I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
Left fielder.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Jeffrey Ramos. He was a ground out victim last time up.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
Now at the plate, Sam Hunt. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Ciani at second, James at first, 2 out in the inning. Runners on the move for second. And he popped him up low, ranging into shallow right, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late. The tag, and they'll get him at second, and with that, the side is retired. A run on a couple of hits here for Arizona. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Diamondbacks 8 and the Indians 4.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
8-5 tonight. The D-backs set the pace in the division with 99 wins. George Torres earns his 12th victory in the ball game. Carson Romero records the save, his 42nd. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for the ball game tonight. First for the victorious Diamondbacks, 8 runs on 16 hits. No errors. They left 11 men on base.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Cleveland Indians. Indians baseball now. Ethan Hankins, a right-handed Georgia native, gets the starting nod. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, one of the main issues is he wants to limit the amount of walks. Walked 4 in his last start, and that's a little bit too many for a starting pitcher. He's going to need much better control if he expects to pitch better in this one.
Hit hard on the ground to second, and that gets through for a 1-out base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single. And he will add yet another game to his incredible hitting streak as it now reaches even further into the stratosphere.
You know, D-Row, I don't know if this thing's ever going to end. This guy's been raking now for almost 2 months, and he's swinging the bat just as good now as when this streak started. To start it off with his first base hit.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's coming out of it anytime soon. I wonder the pitcher that would create such a tough matchup for this guy to shut him down, because he's playing with the big part of the field. He can beat you in so many different ways, and this number's getting just straight ridiculous.
And now they've got him picked off. And they've got the runner hung up between first and second. And now he throws on the brakes, but he can't get back to first, and he's nailed for the second out. Big mistake there. Coming to the plate now, Eddie James. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Liner into right center. That's a base hit. And the runner will score from second. And the second run will score as well.
Well, D-Row, you know, they say records are made to be broken, and what a monster year this guy's had.
Yeah, there it is, Dan. Most RBIs in one season. I can't begin to tell you as a former offensive player what that means. You want to put biscuits in the basket, runs scored in ribbies, and this guy's the best in the business right now.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So it's 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the D-backs 2 and the Indians nothing. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Eddie James. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
And it's fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Sharp ground ball to third. And not too shabby out of the pen. Takes just 2 pitches to get the ground ball, and that ends the inning. So 2 runs on 1 hit, and the 1 hit was a big one, the home run. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Diamondbacks 4 and the Indians 1. So digging in now, Eddie James. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here comes the first pitch. There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. Center fielder going back. Gone! It's a grand slam. So one swing, and he unloads the bases on that one. So he just continues to club the baseball at an alarming rate, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
Yeah, and you've got to feel really sorry for the pitcher. He was up against the ropes, bases loaded, with a power hitter at the plate. The best thing he could do in that situation is to try to keep him from making hard. And the train just keeps rolling down the track. That's win number 100 on the season. And they've got as good a chance as anybody to win the whole thing. You better watch out for these guys.
8-4 the final this afternoon. Arizona get their 100th victory of the season, best in the division, not a surprise. Forrest Whitley earns the victory out of the bullpen, number 10 on the year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon for the